What's up, y'all? So we are in Burlington in Fort Mill, South Carolina. So we got some Versace blue jeans. For those of y'all living around, you'll know I really like that fragrance. Thinking it a little cheaper online because I had it for $24.99. But seems like a lot of the men's and the women's were mixed up. You know, at least a good bit at first. But yeah. So I went through this stuff, and then I went a couple stores down to Nordstrom Rack, which is at the end, but Nordstrom Rack didn't have shit, and they were in a case, and they were in a big case. So yeah, you got Mont Blanc. These are a bunch of women's. I really need to do one where it's strictly women's. But yeah, and they from just looking, because I didn't look through this side a whole lot, but just from looking, it looks like that they probably had a better selection of women's, because I mean the selection was okay for the men's, but they were very, very Calvin Klein heavy. I haven't seen a Burlington that Calvin Klein heavy in a while, but you know, I've been going to the one that's right here in my town, so it's the first time in a while. Well, last time I did one was Greenville, South Carolina, where I wasn't in my town. But yeah, y'all gonna say really heavy on the Calvin Klein CK1, great fragrance, love it. Very, very summery, very citrusy, but like with a muskiness to it. Got some Adidas, got some True Religion. I honestly probably should have looked at the True Religion a little bit better. Got some Boss bottled. I got one Boss bottled that I kind of 6.7 ounce for $60, which is pretty damn good. Nautica Blue Sail. Now I had blue or blue sail, and I can't remember which one I had. This right here is a Dossier fragrance. But yeah, I had Nautica Blue or Blue Sail, one of the two, and I did not like it, so I gave it to my sons. But like I said, I can't remember which one it is. So there we go, Drakkar Blue. I like that one. It's the only Drakkar fragrance I really care for, other than the one that's been discontinued. But yeah, so we got. I really need to try those fragrances right there. CK2 is a good one. Good, nice, fresh, clean one. What is that? I'm not even sure what that one was. Say Calvin Klein Defy. That Calvin Klein Defy. It's kind of it's pricey compared to the other ones. You know, because the other ones you can get them $20-25 for a 3.4 ounce. That's not even a 3.4 ounce, and it's more. So low pricey compared to the rest of the Calvin Klein fragrances. I think I really need to smell that Defy. And then here's one of these soccer ones. A little cheapy, but yeah, a little cheapy. Let me set the phone down, maybe do a little bit of tapping while we're looking at these. Yeah, say Boss Bottled Night. I think that's the one that I've seen, a 6.7 ounce bottle for $60, which is a great deal, I think. this one. This one's a 3.4 ounce, I think. At least that's what it looks like. I met a viewer named Jake. I'm pretty sure he subscribed because he heard me talking about fragrances and then was asking me if I had like a channel or something. So me and him got talking. Younger dude, my daughter's age, pretty cool. He's getting ready to take off to college. So, yeah, so Jake, if you listen to this, man, what's up, dude? What is that? What is that? What is that? What is that? I think that's a women's fragrance. But yeah, like the CKBs and the Polo, Beverly Hills Polos. Man, this place was full of them. But yeah, and then they had a couple Ocean Pacifics. They had a couple Mont Blanc Legends. But yeah, they did. Like I said, they had a lot of Calvin Klein fragrances. They had some Guess, and you know, Guess is that's your good $20 fragrance. I don't care what nobody says. Guess is like, it's about like Banana Republic, $25 fragrance. You can find it, you know, and they're pretty damn good every time. So, but yeah, so you know, they got the Hollister. I'm in the Hollister. I'm trying to remember if I have Wave or Wave 2. The Hollister fragrances, they're alright. Like, they're not anything I go crazy over or anything, but they're okay. If you spend $20 on one, it's not gonna, you know, it's not a bad buy. Pretty much is what I'm trying to say. So you got more Adidas fragrances down there. You got a John Mark Pre fragrance, I think, with that Temptation Red. If I would have had the money, I actually would have bought that, in all honesty. Yeah, because you see, I went back to it. I thought about it, but I really don't have the money to be spending. So, got some John Varvatos. I would like to get more John Varvatos fragrances. There's the Nautica Blue right there. Man, see, now that I can't remember, since I like Nautica fragrances, I'm gonna have to get Nautica Blue and Nautica Blue Sail just to refresh my memory of which ones I don't like. I guess it's one of them. I just can't remember. But Nautica, the original, I love the original Nautica. I love the original Nautica. Doesn't seem to last for shit anymore, but at the same time, the smell of it's great and it's cheap. So it's one of those fragrances you could just like just take a bath in, you know, if you get what I'm saying. What is that? Oh yeah, that's a Guess. Eternity, which is a Calvin Klein fragrance. CKB again. Got that Beverly Hills Polo Majestic. That shit smells so good. Just a straight up freshy citrus bomb. I need to try those. What I just had in my hand. I need to try that brand. I keep running into them. They're only $12.99. Like, I really need to try them just to see how they are. Because, man, you know, a lot of people look at the price and they see it's cheap and they're like, oh man, it's crap. But that is not always the case. And oftentimes it's not the case. So, like, people need to let go of the, oh, it's right, it's cheap, it's crap, because not really. I mean, hell, not all the time. Like, some of these more expensive fragrances, there's no big deal to them, and I think they're probably crap, too. That's like Baccarat Rouge 540. I know a lot of people like that. That shit ain't worth a damn. That's one of the worst smelling fragrances. Like if I were to spend $600, $600, whatever a bottle is, if I would have spent that much on that and then smelled it, I'd have punched myself in the mouth. So, but what was that? Another Jean-Marc Brie fragrance. I was just running my mouth. I wasn't even looking at the damn camera anymore. But yeah, see, there's a women's fragrance. See, that's what I'm saying. I need to just dig through women's fragrances one day just to see. Got a Versace fragrance for women right there. Yeah. So Metal Rain by Banana Republic. I really need to try that, but if I'm gonna buy it, I want a bigger bottle, you know what I'm saying? I want a bigger bottle, bigger bottle, bigger bottle. I want a bigger bottle. So I'll give y'all some cab sounds while we dig through some Nautica and Beverly Hills. What's that? Is that another Hollister fragrance back there? Can't really tell because of the reflection off the little thievery case. See what I'm talking about? They had a lot of Beverly Hills Polo fragrances in there. Yeah. There's that other Ocean Pacific. I didn't get that a while back. I didn't get that because of the Ocean Pacific fragrances. I didn't get that because of BHD being in it. I don't like certain chemicals in stuff because it's just, I don't know. You know, like the way these things started bothering me. I don't know if it was the fragrances themselves or something else, but those 5 months where I couldn't wear any of them because they kept, anytime I tried, they bothered the hell out of me. That was just weird. So yeah, there's certain things that I just don't necessarily want in my stuff, and if I could go all natural, I would go all natural. And you know, just because it's all in, like, don't get me wrong, because there's stuff that's all natural and it's not all that great for some people. Just because it's all natural doesn't mean it's 100%, you know, perfect, because that's not the truth. That's not the case, whatever you want to say. So I need to try those elixirs. I really do. I keep seeing them. I need to try them. So we're at almost 13 minutes. Yeah, I turned around and bam, there was a bunch of other ones on the table and on a shelf, but it was like all the same ones, because I'm telling you, man, they were overstocked as hell on Calvin Klein fragrances. That DKNY, I thought about buying it because I've never smelled a DKNY fragrance before, and it was marked down like crazy, so I thought about buying it, but I was like, nah, man, you ain't got the money to afford to do that right now. So yeah, I just left it alone. Like, I just did this for the video since we were in Fort Mill, and we were in a different place because Fort Mill's an hour and a half away from where I live. So I was just like, oh yeah, we're gonna check out something totally different area. So, yeah, see, more Beverly Hills Polo fragrances, more Nautica, more CK fragrances. And there's an elixir fragrance. Yeah, I really would like to get my hands on one of those elixir fragrances. I mean, and they're just up in the camera station, but yeah, they're dirt ass cheap. So they're like $12.99, I think. So, like, really wouldn't hurt to get them right now. Like, that's another one I wouldn't mind trying, even though it's oud. I wouldn't mind trying it, because some stuff with oud in it smells really, really good. It depends on if it's got an animalic, you know, note, if it's got an animalic note to it, or vibe, whatever you want to call it. Because some stuff with oud in it just smells horrible, you know. So I don't even know what fragrance that is that I'm looking at. Some cheap fragrance. So, okay. Now I am in, what's it called? Nordstrom Rack. And you see, they don't have shit, at least. Well, I mean, they really don't have shit, but whenever it comes to pricing, they damn sure don't have nothing. So, yeah, whenever it comes to pricing, it really sucks. So, under, you know, we got that, what is that, $60 or $50 and under. There's $60. Yeah, now you got a bunch of Hugo fragrances, which is pretty good. Now, down at the bottom is when we run into, like, we ran into Tommy Bahama and Tonic, Individual Tonic, and I wanted to get it because that's been discontinued, and I thought about getting it because it was only like 20 or 20 something bucks, but I decided not to. But yeah, right there in that green, that's it. But yeah, see, this is all Nordstrom Rack ad. So yeah,